Mysteies and I'm back with another video. Today I want to share with you my November TBR. I have been sort of building up a TBR the last couple of days, and yeah, so I wanted to share with you what my plans are for November, at least the majority of it. I have a secret video coming up that I'm not planning on talking about, but otherwise I will be pretty sharing what I'm thinking about reading. I have over the last year been doing stacking the series still, and some sort of try an author out kind of thing. All of these are audiobooks, but I have 6 audios, a possible 7th audio, so I'll talk about those now. They are very much, the majority of them are mystery type books, but let's start out with the first one. It's Ribbon and Ruins by Nancy Warren. I believe this is Ribbon and Runes is the 13th book in the Vampire Knitting Club series, so I wasn't sure about how far I'd gotten. I'm still enjoying this series and they're very quick reads, so it shouldn't be a problem getting through it. The next one is the next in-depth book, which is Kindred in Death by J.D. Robb. This one is book number 29. Yeah, it must be 29 because the last one I read was 28, so looking forward to that one. And then because I'm behind, I have another Vampire Knitting Club book here, and that is Mosaics and Magics, which must be book 14 in the Vampire Knitting Club series. Another quick one. The next one I have is The Desert Driving and Derelicts. I think this is the second book in the camping cozy, sort of camping mystery. Forgot what the title of the series is. Camper and Criminals by Tonya Kappas. This is one of the authors that I'm trying out because I wanted to add a new cozy mystery to my reading. And that one is the second book in that series, so it's very short. I think it's 5 hours long in total. And I sort of like the first one, but I'm giving it another go. Another one that is a new one for me. I mean, I've read 2 books by this one, but I haven't read any of her series, but I wanted to check it out. And it's Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie, the one and only. This is the first book in the Miss Marvel series. I decided to start with that one because it's only 11 books. And the Hercule Poirot is like, I think 30-ish books long, I'm not sure. So I thought this one was a little bit better. I think, or maybe Miss Marvel is like 12 books long. But somewhere along that line, I think that's a little bit less intimidating. So I'm hoping I'm going to like it. I have read And Then There Were None, and I really enjoyed that one. I gave that 4 stars. So I have high hopes for this murder mystery. And the last one I have on my list of audios that is from this specific, it's not my last audio on my TBR, but it's the one that I am from this list of groupings, is Agents of Light and Darkness by Simon R. Green. This is the second book in the Dark Side series. Is that called? Isn't it that what it's called? This is also one that's very short. I am trying out his books because I have so many of his books on my TBR, and I think I gave the first one 3 to 3.5 stars, so it's not like it was a perfect book, but I'm still interested in reading on because it was fast-paced and stuff, and maybe it will be one that I will end up enjoying. I decided to read his books because I think maybe he will be sort of similar to Jim Butcher, but so far Jim Butcher, I prefer his books over this. So, but we'll see. It could be that I will change my opinions, or at least it will even it out a little bit. We'll see. The last audio I have on my list for the month is because I haven't been continuing with my Stephen King project since January. In January I finished Needful Things, which is a really big book, And so the next one is actually not that long, but I haven't had access to it from my library. I don't have access to it on Storytel, so I had to get it from Audible, which is fine, I can do that. But it is Gerald's Game by Stephen King. This is, I think, about 350 pages, so it's not very long. I think it's 13 hours long in the audiobook. But sort of the same range as Kindred in Death, which is also in that length, and all the other books are around 6 hours long, so it should be possible for me to get through at least the main 6 books and then maybe start on Gerald's Game. That would be great. In terms of my physical books, I have 4 books here that I'm intending to read for a vlog, and I can't really talk to you about them right here. So I just wanted you to know that I have those on my list to read. And then I have 2 other physical books and 3 ebooks, if I have time. One of them is Charmed Life by Diana Wynne Jones. I've enjoyed her Howl's Moving Castle series so much. I think her writing style is just my kind of thing. It's going to be an easy read because it's kids friendly. It is aimed at middle graders, and the text is relatively large. I think this one is 200 and something pages. It is 269 pages, so it should be one that I could finish relatively quickly. And the other one is another quick one, and that is Space Band by Tom Fletcher. This is his newest, I think, book. I got it as a paperback, and it has sprayed edges and everything. It has all of the illustrations inside, but it's a little bit different than the hardbacks that I have of everything else, and I might get the actual hardback. But I saw this at awesomebooks.com for like €2, so no, £2 I think. So I was like, I could just as well get this one, and then I'll get the physical hardback later, at a later date. We'll see. I have enjoyed Tom Fletcher's writing so far. He's one of my favorite people of all time, so I'm sure I'm going to like this one as well. And in terms of the ebooks that I have on my list, the first one is Ruthless Rivals by L.J. Shen, I believe that's the name, and it is a enemies to lovers kind of romance, also sort of second chance thing. It's one she knew in the past, but then something happened, and they sort of he had to move town, the hero, and now he has she is helping her father out, like proving his innocence, because he's being charged. He has a big business and stuff, and now she has to try and prove his innocence, but the lawyer who's trying to get him down is actually the male lead. So it's gonna be fun, I think. The next one is Off the Beaten Path by Madison Wright. This is the first book in the Mountains Are Calling series. This one, I believe, is sort of she falls in love with her neighbor kind of thing, but they don't like it. He's a grump in the beginning, sort of a grumpy sunshine kind of thing. It's a small town romance, I think. I'm not sure, but it says that she is trying to renovate a cabin she can't afford, and she's organizing a charity auction, and it's not going very well. So but then she's starting to talk to someone online who turns out to be her grumpy neighbor that she hasn't really ever gotten along with. So maybe it will be fun. I hope that. And the last ebook I put on here is Hotshot Dog by Iris Gray, because that's the last one I have available currently. I think this is one of the newer ones. Hold on. This was published in 2018, so not very new any longer. 2018, so long ago. Which it doesn't seem like it, but it is 6 years ago. So obviously this seems like a medical type of romance. But I always tend to enjoy Iris Gray's books. They have become an instant read kind of author for me. I decided to put on some other books because I also need to sort of work on those. So it's on my when I finish the other books, I can start on that one. Or if I don't like the other ones, I have that. So yeah, those are my plans for November. Let me know in the comments down below what plans you have for November. I'd like to know that. Do you have any exciting reading plans? I hope that I will get a lot around to read all of these. The good thing is that they are all relatively short. They're not super long, and I think it's gonna be okay. In terms of pages though, I have 2,900 pages in total, which means I'll have to read around 100 pages a day to read all of the books that I have on this list. So I don't know if it's gonna happen, because I haven't been reading that much a day, but since it is sort of easier reads, it might be able for me to read 150 pages on some days where it's not as easy with the books that I've been reading recently. And in terms of my audios, they're all fairly short as well, so it should be okay, I think. So I'm looking forward to moving on to this. I am trying to finish up the last books for my current blog that I'm working on, and hope I will be able to finish that by the end of October. I have another 4 days apart from today, so hopefully, crossing fingers. Yeah, that was everything I had for you today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Goodbye.